All right, and welcome to this walkthrough on this end-to-end workflow. In this workflow, I'll be explaining to you how you can semi-automate your customer service for medium, small, and large e-commerce businesses or any business at all. There are a couple of requisites to this video and to this tutorial. If you don't have all of these, I would recommend you either clicking off of this video or installing this before you continue with this tutorial. So this workflow is built on Shopify, and it's very important that your fulfillment center, your fulfillment, or the way you ship your packages puts the tracking data into Shopify, because this is built for my business and I'm sharing it with you on this tutorial. So make sure you check all of these boxes. So let's start with the workflow walkthrough. I won't be opening every single node because these specific nodes are made for my specific business that I don't share on YouTube. So also in the outputs, I've put in sample data. But you should just take my word for it that the output is outstanding. Otherwise, I wouldn't share it. So what it does, you hook up your email trigger here with a simple IMAP. And what this means is every time a new email comes in, this workflow starts. And the first AI, it checks the query. So it checks, hey, what is this customer writing about? Sometimes it's a missing piece of the order. Sometimes it's 90% of the time it's a check on what the order status currently is. Sometimes someone wants to refund or return something, and a couple of times there are leads in the inbox as well. Someone that is wants to order something, but they currently are unsure. The details aren't clear, and I think these are the most important ones, and that's where this workflow is built upon. So after checking the query, the AI output something. This is just a simple parser to make the JSON more readable. Here's where the magic starts happening. If the email has a order number, then it will start going to this flow. And what it does a API request to the Shopify GraphQL API, and it tries to find the order number. So it's actually pretty important that you, for example, make a specific order number. So let's say, for example, your store is IKEA, then you start your order numbers with hashtag IKEA 11234, for example. So that way you can identify it easier in this workflow. So what it does, it fetches the data of the order, it registers the order number in the tracking API that we're using. It waits 15 seconds, and after the order number is registered at the tracking API, it fetches the latest tracking data. We're using 17 track because 17 track has over 2,000 carriers in their API. So it's not the most expensive solution. So we're also always looking to optimize for budget because, money is money, right? Then what it does, the AI agent pulls the information from the tracking data, and we just have a standardized shipping system that if, for example, based upon the thousands and thousands of orders we've already done, based upon if the status is, for example, custom clearance completed, that means the order is delivered between 2 to 3 days. If it's, for example, shipment arrived at target country, it's 4 and 5 days. So it's very important when you start working on this that you know the ins and outs of your customer service, because otherwise, if you don't know what data to feed to your AI, the AI will just spit out slop, and you'll be more busy by fixing what the AI does wrong instead of doing the deep work or the other work that you're trying to get to by outsourcing your fulfillment to AI. After that, it just pulls it all in a code in JavaScript, JS code, so you can just put it easy into the sheet, and then it outputs like this. So this is the current sheet we're using. So for my customer service personnel, it's pretty easy to find what the what the queries are about. So if you see a check tracking warning, this is a specific error that I've put in. This means that the customer there is a error within the tracking. So we got the query, the AI doesn't output the answer, it just says check tracking warning. So then you can just check the tracking over there and you can see, all right, is everything, what's up and what's going on. So these are the manual things. Otherwise the AI would just spit out a wrong message to the customer, and that's something you really want to avoid. This is the semi-automatic part. So for example, for these, the customer has placed the order. Here you can see update about your order. Here's the customer email that you need to reply to, and here you have the text of the email. I've just removed all of the text because I'm not going to dox this business. Here's the date when the email has been sent. This is just a test, and here will be the tracking from what the customer has used. And here's the full tracking code from 17 tracks. So your customer service personnel will be easy. They can easily find what's wrong, and they can just copy and paste these responses to the specific customer and their queries. So that's part one of this workflow. So let's head into the second part. This is the same as here. There's one minor change, and it happens in here. So a lot of the times when customers email you, they think you're magicians. So they just email you and say, hey, where's my order? And they don't give you a order number. They don't give you any suitable information except for the email. So this is actually the same as above, but here it just checks if their email matches in your database with a tracking number. Simple as that. So you can also remove all of the queries and checking manually. Hey, where's this order from? What is their email address? Well, let me check my Shopify backend if I can find their specific order. No, that's just done in this part of the workflow. And the third part, this is what I call the money maker. So when the AI fetches the query of the customer, and the customer is, for example, asking for advice, wanting to buy something, wants to discuss or maybe get a discount, it calls it a lead, and then the JS node will output it as lead, and if lead is true, here it sends an email to a specified email from your end. You can also add your salespeople in there, you can add whoever you want, and I would recommend within a minute you're getting in touch with the customer, because if you handle leads as quick as possible, it makes you the most amount of money. So this is the first version of this workflow. There is still a bit of tweaking to be done, but that's the same with customer service. There's always a unique outlier of a customer query or something that's happening. So this is why it's semi-automatic, and why I would recommend everyone to make it semi-automatic. So if you have any questions regarding the workflow, if you want us to implement this for your store, you can get in touch through nibla.com. You can send us a message here through WhatsApp chat. I would recommend using WhatsApp chat. Then I can respond very quickly. If you plan a console, it maybe can take a couple of days or sometimes. Just send us a message. I know the website is in Dutch. That's just because our target demographic is Dutch, but this YouTube channel is built upon my English 250 subscribers. So thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I talk to you soon. Bye for now.